are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her.
Alright.
Which shall make her land desolate.
Which
shall make her land desolate.
Yeah, man, there's going to be a nation to come and destroy this place, man. And we don't stop, we haven't stopped reading it in so many different places, man. Right. Read it in Leviticus. We got a Numbers coming up soon. We read it in Revelations. So many scriptures. Second Ezra. This place is going to be laid desolate, man. Go on.
And none shall dwell therein.
And none's going to dwell therein. That's what we read earlier, man. It's going to be hard to find someone in the city, man. You'll go into a city and they'll look around and it's like spot the person, man. You only go to certain ends, like spot the black man, spot the Israelite. You can't see one, man. It's going to be like spot the 12th person. How many did you count? 0. Counting some birds. Counting birds like that. I was waiting to eat your flesh and pick at your eyes, man. Go on.
They shall remove, they shall depart both man and beast.
Yeah, man. No one around. No beast, no man. This place is washed out, man. You got a piece of it?
No, you can come and get my 3-1, man.
Oh, no. Wait for Mike. Let me, go get Mike 3-1. Right, bro, yeah?
This is the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 1.
3 and 9.
Micah 3 and 9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob.
So yeah, man, the heads of the house of Jacob, man, the ones that are the elders that are teaching and ruling well diligently. All right. Go.
And the princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and prevent all iniquity.
All right. And the ones them, bro, that are doing wicked, man, listen as well, man. The ones that are righteous, the ones that are wicked, listen, go on, bro.
They build up Zion with blood.
They do what?
They build up Zion with blood.
Yeah, man, that's what they've done, man. The wicked ones build up Zion with blood. Go on.
And Jerusalem with iniquity.
Yeah, man, with iniquity. Why? Because that's what they do in the older times, man. Give me that Matthew. No, the one, isn't it? The Messiah even said it, man.
Matthew chapter 23 verse 1.
Bring it out.
Then spake Yahushua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Yeah, man, because they're going to speak of keeping commandments and keeping laws and statutes. These are Old Testament scribes, they're Pharisees, man. They're orthodox, man. And the Messiah is not against keeping the commandments, man. That'll mean that his whole mission on the earth is that he walked without sin because he cast away the sin so everyone's got no sin. That would be mad. A sin is if you don't listen to the scriptures, if you don't listen to the Torah. So if he walked without sin, he can't cast away the sin. He wants you to be perfect by walking in the same way he did. So you know what I mean? This is simple and plain upon table.
That's right. Teach, King.
All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe.
As observe them.
That observe and do.
And do what they say, man. Right? They say keep the Sabbath day, keep the fringes, keep the feast days. Do that, observe that. Go on.
Right. But do not after their works.
Do not after their works, because they'll tell you about how to wash the dishes, man. They'll be like, oh look, this is how you're meant to
wash the things.
Deal with your wife or something. Or this is how you wipe your heart. Talking about don't listen to what they're saying. And this is how we can make some money on the side and get some. Don't listen to that they're saying. Alright? Just keep what the commandments are saying.
For they say and do not.
But they say and don't do it. Go on.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
Exactly, man. That's why it says, take the beam at your own eye before you judge the people. Matthew 7, man. They are hypocrites, man. Because these guys, they're very hypocritical. Because they'll end up going sleeping with your wife, These false prophets. Remember that one? What's that one that we had? Jeremiah what?
What, 28?
One where it's Jeremiah. They're gonna speak with your word. Remember that one? Go to Jeremiah, please. No, let him get it. There. Go to verse 29 and 23. Jeremiah 29.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 29 and verse 23. Because they have committed valiantly villainy.
Yeah, they've been like villains, man. They've committed villainy, man. The vigilantes, man. Go on.
Because they have committed villainy in Israel and have committed adultery with their neighbor's wives.
And that's the prophets, man. That was prophets, false prophets, man. If you're a neighbor's wife committing adultery, but they'll go around saying, "Oh, don't commit adultery. Thou shalt not lie. Thou shalt not steal." And they're not gonna do it, man. And that's what you found in Jeremiah's time. False prophets after filthy lucre and after the tuntons of your wives, man. Madness.
And have spoken lying words in my name.
Alright, and lied in his name, saying, "No, this is of the Most High," when it was not. Go on.
Which I have not commanded them. Even I know that I'm a witness, saith Yahweh.
Yeah, and there's many times when he's come up against false prophets, man. When they said, if any prophet tells you not to leave Babylon, don't listen to them, man. You're meant to stay in Babylon. You understand? They said that's a false prophet that's talking. Because at that time they needed to stay in Babylon. So they know how Jake is in it. To say anything to try and make a little change and think that it's righteous. Just stick to the script, man. You was meant to stay in Babylon, and what it says, he will deliver us from the wind, man. Babylon's around the whole world right now. Where are you gonna escape and go? Oh yeah, let's come out of England, or let's move from America, let's go to Africa.
It's the world's government.
It's the whole damn place is gonna be destroyed, bro. There's no hiding or running away and thinking you can duck away from Babylon. Oh yeah, I've heard the scriptures where we won't get touched if we go to this land. What are you scared of, man? The Most High hasn't given us the spirit of fear, man. Alright? Through tribulations we get into the kingdom, man. Through much tribulations, it says you have to enter the kingdom. Right. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy road. Alright, go on.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 11. In those days went out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathens that are round about. But as since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Go to chapter 7. Go to chapter 7. No, chapter 6:21. 6:21. Yeah.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 21. Howbeit, certain of them were besieged, got forth, unto whom some ungodly men of Israel joined themselves.
Yeah, man, there's ungodly one of Israel joining themselves to the heathens, man. And they're telling them their secrets, telling them, this is the way they flavor, the way they got the sauce. Some Justin Bieber, some Timberlake vibration, man. Right? Teaching them all Justin, you know what I mean? Some Timberlands guys out there, man. Some Dr. J's teaching M&M's.
Some Jay-Z.
Some Jay-Z's, they're out there, man. But what we're gonna do is just hold fast, stay in the scripts, man. Stay in the scripts and tell our people to be careful of those guys, man. There's wicked men among Israel.
That's right.
Where's that one? Where's the Solomon? That was the Solomon, isn't it? Is it 14 and 14? Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, 15:14.
This is the book of the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15 and verse 14. And all the enemies of thy people.
Yeah, man, there's enemies of thy people. There's enemies of our own nation. wicked man of Israel, man. Now we have to love them, and we want them to be saved, to change and repent. But that's why we know they're there. But does that mean we gotta be? You know what I mean? We have to be. We was at that stage. Some people are a little bit more conniving than others. We gotta admit. They know the truth. That's why I said, well, it's worse for someone to know the truth and to keep up and put people into corruption. If you're ignorant and you're just, the Most High knows your hearts, He knows your thoughts, He knows your mind. If you're not, you know what I mean? If you're just oblivious and you was in MK Ultra mode, you know what I mean? But when He decides to touch you and wake you up, you have to do better, man. Right. Many prophets have wanted to see these days and to know. So now the Most High has given you that understanding to know. You just the reward of certain prophets. You've got that blessing, man, to see the days and to understand in those days. Like Ezra, like we were saying, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? Because he gonna know? Delivering him is someone gonna tell him the secrets? Is someone gonna show him the signs and break the road and give him the book so he can keep the road? That's what Ezra was praying for, man. Is someone gonna get wise counsel? Am I gonna be amongst brethren? Is the Most High gonna help me in them days? Because we're gonna be lost sheep with these damn false wicked pastors, man. Alright, go on, keep on.
And all the enemy of thy people that hold themselves in subjection, are most foolish and are more miserable than very babe.
Why are they miserable?
But they count all the idols of the heathen to be gods.
Yeah, man. They're enemies of our people because they have idol worship. They're enemies because they talk about Selassie, and the enemies because they talk about Pentecost. The enemies because they talk about the Methodists. The enemies because they talk about Catholic. The enemies because they talk about Buddha. The enemies if they talk about the Quran and the damn stones. You're enemies to us, man. You're enemies if you talk about that Amun-Ra rubbish, that Pan-African movement. You're enemies to the Israelites, man.
That's right.
But we have to love you, alright? But you're enemies. We have to watch you, man. Because you've made a hand with the heathens, man. You've cooned. And coons are dying, man. You said there's a grape. It's going to cast up. Not all of them. You got to watch and be sober. They're like snakes. There's even could be one amongst you right now as you're watching this video, man. Amongst your camp. It could be infiltrating your system, man. That's why I like the way the Most High keeps our body nice, sweet, edifying, gathering, loving brothers, man. Go on, bro.
But they count all the idols of the heathens to be gods,
yeah,
which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor nose to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle.
Yeah, like no ears to hear, so you're praying to your enemy, man. Just pray to a stone, man. Or if your enemy, if you pray to Mary and Jesus. Stone idols, man. You're enemy to us, man.
No fingers for hands to handle, and as for their feet, they are slow to go.
Yeah, man. I finished that verse. Yeah, man. Anyone that does idol worship, you're enemies to the Israelites. Alright, go on. Find the other one. Oh no, right, go Sirach chapter 47 and verse 2. Sirach 47 and 2. And go Sirach 39 and 5.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 47 and verse 2.
Go on, bro.
As is the fat taken away from the peace offering, so was David chosen out of the children of Israel. He played with lions as with kids, and with bears as with lambs. Slew he not a giant when he was yet but young? And did he not take away reproach from the people when he lifted up his hand with the stone in the sling
Yeah,
and
man.
beat down the boasting of Goliath.
So look, the Most High built up David, man. Look at the ways he built up David, man. So now if he's saying that he's going to change the Israelites to judge the heathens, you got to be looking for these vibrations of David, man. He's saying the tabernacle of David is going to arise. So you need to be more in that spirit of, what was David like? Was David lovey-dovey with the Moabites? Was David lovey-dovey with the Philistines, man? Alright? He had times when he knew who his enemies were, so he might have went into their city. But he's like, well, we're gonna stay over this side. This is our area. Not like how they got a Chinatown. We had a David sanctuary. Right, with the Israelite town. And they was just staying away from King Saul, man. But King Saul was doing his madness. But he still said, I'll never pick up a sword to fight my nation. Right. I hope you fight any battle you want. But when we get the kingdom, we'll leave you alone. But no say that you don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with David, man.
Right.
He could have came in there and destroyed Philistine, man. Philistine, just for fun, man. Look, the little soldiers he had. But he kept humble. He says, look, I mean, the Most High don't want to annihilate you right now, so we'll just, yeah, there's no end of all the nations, is it? So you stay around, and the Most High, remember, he says he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. When you're away, right, please the Most High. Right. So David was chilling for a bit, and then boom. Read this one.
Verse 5. For he called upon the Most High, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
And he gave him strength in his right hand to slay that mighty warrior and to set up the horn of his people.
Go on.
So the people honored him with 10,000 and praised him in the blessings of the Lord.
Yeah, man, the people used to say, yo, man, big up David, man. He kills 10,000, man. Saul can only kill 1,000, but that's cool. But David, man, what? He kills tens of them, man. They always sang that song when David came true. And he didn't need to boast about it. You know what I mean? He just stayed humble. He still stayed in his humble stage, man.
His big stage.
Alright, go on.
In that he gave him a crown of glory, for he destroyed the enemies on every side and brought to naught the Philistines, his adversaries, and brake their horn in asunder unto this day. In all his works he praised the Holy One Most High.
And that's the point, man. In all of his works, he praised the Most High, man.
That's
In
right.
everything he done. Alright, King Malak Dawada. In all his works, he praised the Most High. Go on, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, let's give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, man.
Verse 8, Sirach 47, verse 8. In all his works he praised the Holy One Most High. With words of glory, with his whole heart he sung songs and loved him that made him.
Yeah, man. His whole heart, man. Everything he done, he weren't doing a little drill music on the sides, man. With his whole heart, he praised the Most High. Go on, bro.
He set singers also before the altar, that by their voices they might make sweet melody and daily sing praises in their songs. He beautified their feasts and set in order the solemn times until the end, that they might praise his holy name and that the temple might sound from morning.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. For whatsoever ye do in words or deed, do all in the name of the Master Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to power.
Doing what?
Giving thanks to power and the Father by him.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 47 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
The Lord took away his sins.
The Most High done what?
Took away his sins.
Yeah, man. The Lord can take away your sins, man. Alright?
And exalted his horn forever. He gave him a covenant of kings and a throne of glory in Israel.
Yeah, man. So he's got the covenant of kingship through Yahweh Shai, and he's got a throne of glory, man. And he can take away your sins, man. Only the Most High will take it when you ask for forgiveness, man. If you like asking, then you're gonna get judged. Read that, bro. Sorry, right. 39 and 5.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 5. He will give his heart to restore early to the Master that made him, and will pray before the Most High, and will open his mouth in prayer and make supplication for his sins.
Make supplication for your sins, man. Alright? Give me Sirach chapter 28 and 5 and 4. Yeah, man, and he's gonna make supplication for his sins, man.
This is the book of Sirach. Chapter...
Wait. Keep reading, bro. Finish. Alright? A man's gonna ask for wisdom and ask for supplication for sins, man. That's the best, the most high. All he wants from us, man, is to be humble, man, and be meek and admit our faults, man. Don't be proud and think that you didn't see it, like you ain't witnessing all things, man. Because there's a lot of men out there that think that they don't sin. Yo, you call the Most High a liar, man. Oh, I'm Mr. Perfect. All right, you're gonna get a rude awakening, man. All right, go on, people.
Verse 6, Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 6. When the great Master will, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding.
Yeah, so when it's the Most High's will, he can just give you the spirit of understanding. Because some people, they don't get it straight away. But a lot of the elect says mostly, you have a quick understanding, man. Go on.
He shall pour out wise sentence and give thanks unto Yahweh by Shem Yahushai in his praise.
Yeah, sound like David, man. Sound like Solomon, man. Now go on.
He shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secrets shall he meditate.
Yeah, finish on that. And the Most High tells us to meditate in these scripts day and night. That's when you receive the understanding, man. When you ask for him, you pray, you fast, and you meditate in this Bible, man. It starts to jump on you. Wisdom will jump on you, man. Fast for a day, man, or a couple of days, however long you feel, man. However long you can, man, but just fast with understanding, you know what I mean? You gotta keep your head in your face looking like you're having a good day. You can't fast and moan about it.
Repairs everything.
You can't fast and moan about it. You say, oh no, look at me, I'm fasting, man. No. You have to be happy and good. Yeah.
So you wash your face and anoint your head.
26 and 5, yeah? This is the book. What's it, 28 and 28 and 5. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 4. He showed no mercy to a man which is like himself. He asks forgiveness for his own sin. If he that is but flesh nourished hated, who will entreat for pardon of his sins?
If he that is but flesh nourish hatred. You understand? So if you're in sins, man, and you hold on to all of these malice ways, you understand? And you're in sin, go on.
Who will entreat for pardon of his sins? Remember thy end and let iniquity cease. Remember corruption and death and abide in the commandments.
Yeah, go on.
Remember the commandments and bear no malice to thy neighbor. Remember the covenant of the highest and wink at ignorance.
Yeah, man. So look, that one day you was ignorant. That one day you was doing things wrong. You wasn't Mr. Squeaky clean at the beginning, fam. So you're meant to wink at the ignorance, man. The Most High just requires grace. Alright? One second. Let me just, I just wanted to learn something, right? Give me that in, Alright? Give me that in, First Timothy chapter 1. First Timothy chapter 1 and verse 12. Give me Titus 3 and 5.
This is the book of First Timothy chapter 1 and verse 12. And I thank Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord, who have enabled me, for that he counted me faithful, putting me in the ministry.
So yeah, so we gotta be thankful, man, that we're in the ministry, man. We gotta say all to Wada for giving us the wisdom and knowledge to understand. Like that was Paul, man. Keep reading, bro.
Verse 13, who was before a blasphemer and a persecutor.
We were blasphemers, we were persecutors.
And injurious, but I obtained mercy because I did it ignorantly in unbelief.
So yeah, you meant to wink at ignorance, man. That's why it said that in the Sirach 28. Alright, Sirach 28 and was it 7 or 6? Wink at the ignorance. Wink at the ignorance of them because you didn't know better at a stage. So now he understands. That's up to him now to search out his fear. You know what I mean? His faith and his fear and trembling, man. Right, go on, bro. Read that. You finish that? Yeah.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 3. For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Yeah, man. We were sometimes foolish, man.
Disobedient.
We were disobedient, man.
Deceived. Striving divers.
In diverse
lusts.
Yeah, man, and lust in all these damn wicked of these idols, man.
And pleasures.
Alright? These idols, because why? Look, they're in diverse lust, in gangs, in bad mans, up in the clubs, doing God knows what, man. Alright? Our worldly days, go on.
Living in malice and envy.
And that's what it says, man. Put away the malice, put away the vanity, the strife. Alright? Go on.
Hateful and hurting one another.
Yeah, man, hurting one another with wicked words or thoughts. Alright? And sister, come out of that situation. That's dreadful. Alright? So yeah. Leave on that. You wanted to put you on a question?
Yeah, I think you just answered it. I think when you said wink at ignorance, my issue is every time I come out, I keep getting into butt heads with the heathens. They keep trying to fuck with me. I keep getting myself into trouble because of that. Now, I just need some, I mean, I've done everything what I can. I've tried to ignore them. You can't sort of like answer the question like wink against ignorance, but I've done all that. It's just like so that they're just sort of like targeting me all the time. You understand what I'm saying? I go home, I read the scriptures and whatever, the next thing is the same thing over and over again. So what I'm asking, I just ask for some words of wisdom so I can combat that and just don't deal with it. What was that? It's Iraq, did you say? Wink at ignorance.
No, you don't wink at the heathens, man. Remember the heathens for what they've done to us, innit? Don't forget them. Right? You ask the Most High to remember that. You remember when they said race.
And I try to be humble.
The foundation.
I don't want to get myself into, you know what I mean? Because I know that they're trying to put me in jail. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to, you know what I mean, keep myself on the level.
Yeah, the brothers got a precept.
Yeah, go on.
This is the book.
Yeah, the brothers, they both got precepts.
Yeah,
this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from power. For thine enemies have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck. So just endure, man. So that you know you got understanding, so you know what we're going through.
Even though I've got the understanding, it's still.
So it's the patience. All you need to do is have the patience.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
And do what?
And constantly endure.
Yeah, set yourself aright, man. And enjoy what this world, man. Alright? Go on, bro. Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, make not haste in the time of trouble. Just be swift to listen, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. just listen and you are of the wise man. Because a wise man will know what's going on, and they don't have to put themselves out there for every damn thing. That's why we come to camp and we hold this sort of vibration. But this is our time to vent, our time to get together and establish and burn, reset, and just basically just trample down and speak against Babylon. Wisdom of Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1, and Jeremiah 28:8. Read that, bro.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 24. But unto you I say, unto the rest in Tyrann, as many as ye have not this doctrine, and which have not known the depth of Satan, as they speak, I will put unto you none of the burdens.
So yeah, man, that's what we were saying. We're not going to put onto them the burdens. They are ignorant. Yeah. They don't know. All right, that's what Revelations 2:24 is saying, man. Yeah, but unto you I say, unto the rest in Tifra, as many as not known this doctrine. So they have not really known this doctrine. They don't get understanding. That's why we come out to teach the people. That's why you don't have to go to all these people. They, like you said, they're ignorant, they're stupid, they don't know better, man.
I know that.
Right?
They're the stupidest people on the planet, everybody knows that.
And they don't know Satan, man. So you don't give them that burden. You know what I mean?
Don't give them.
Because remember, they said there's going to be.
They're expecting it.
The Most High said that some of these wars and Republicans are going to get in the kingdom before you. Remember, he said, man.
Really?
He says whores and Republicans, they're going to get in before you, man. Not you, but I'm just saying, he's talking to the people that he was talking, man. Not you, but not you personally. I'm just saying that whoever he was talking to in that scripture. He's like, nah, man, look, whores and Republicans can get in, man. Don't get it twisted. You can get mashed up, and they can get in, because they're ignorant to it, and they have their heart in the right place. Go on.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Wait, hold that. Come back to this, bro. Come back to that Revelations. Revelations, yeah. Chapter 2. I'll go 25, yeah. Revelations 2. Keep reading, bro.
Yeah. Revelation chapter 2 verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come.
Alright, so now what you've got, so it says if you don't understand, there's no burden to you, right? But that you that do understand, hold fast till he comes. Alright, go on, read.
And he that overcometh and keep my works unto the end.
Unto the end.
To him will I give the power over the nations.
So yeah, to get power over the nations, you gotta keep this until the end. You need to endure constantly. Alright? Constantly endure, like the brother was saying in Sirach chapter 2. Give me what you hold it?
I've got 2. Jeremiah.
No, you got what you got there? Yeah, read that.
What verse?
Hold that. Yeah, read that.
From the top.
30.
This is the book of Acts chapter 17 and verse 30. And the time of this ignorance power winked at, but now commandeth all men everywhere to repent.
Matthew 24. Alright? Yeah, man, he told everyone to repent. So you got a wink at your ignorance, but now if you're not ignorant and you know better, you need to do better. Alright?
This is the book of Matthew 24 and verse 13. Yeah? But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
So the ones that endure to the end are the ones that are going to get salvation. And what have you got to endure, man? You got to endure the laughing at you. You got to enjoy what? Getting being a proverb and a byword. You got to enjoy being everything you buy or what you eat, your clothing. You have to get from the heathen. So you got to endure. You got to endure this Babylon to the end. Alright, brothers have got precepts.
Yeah, I've got one precept still. Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So don't let them rouse you up. You get me? Try and be like peaceful, you know. Don't slow
I
down.
have my days where I just let it go over my head, but it just stores up in me. I have to let it out. But that's what I'm trying to combat. I don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Yeah, can't. Verse 19, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
And Hebrews, Hebrews, man, 10. Yeah.
Vengeance is mine.
Vengeance is his, man. And he will repay, man. And that's what we've been reading along the whole day, man. He's going to come and repay for what they've done to the blood of the saints.
Right.
And he's going to avenge who? Israel.
Right.
Go on. Faye, you want to get it?
This is the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the...
Start 30.
Start 30. Hebrews 10 and 30. For we know him that saith, vengeance belongeth unto me. I will recompense, saith Yahweh. And again, the master shall judge his people. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
And it's fearful, because he's going to come and judge his people as well. Alright? And when he judges his people, they're going to think, oh, no, God ain't going to do nothing to me. You know what I mean? They're going to say dumb stuff like that. Oh, you know what I mean? We're not going to get in trouble. They're like, yo, you got a rude awakening, man. The Most High's going to judge you, man.
He's watching all the time.
Yeah, man. Alright.
You didn't ask me.
What did you get? Solomon 5 and 1.
Yeah, we read that.
Read it again. Solomon 5 and 1. And Jeremiah 28.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1.
Yeah.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
So yeah, so righteous men, bro, we stand up bold. Even though it says be at peace with all man and stuff like this, there's a time and a place. Alright? And we use this platform at the moment to rise up, man, to cry against Babylon, man. Because everything has to be done in decency and in order. When you go to 1 Corinthians 14, it talks about the way of how you use in translations. Some brothers might have better prophecies, revelations, some brothers better with Psalms, some brothers with interpreting. Different powers and talents in the body, man. So this is the place where we perform our talents, man.
Yeah, we all come from
You know what I mean? Where we got the guy with the frankincense, the guy with the camera, the guy with the posters. We all come together to bring that power into the body, that hormonal balance. Right?
This is the book of Jeremiah.
Wait. So we come up together.
Then
The faces are pictured up here.
and made no account of his
And
labour.
they don't make account for the labours that we do. Go on.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
So look, when you're on your own, it's not really scary, man. But when they're together as a body, they're scary. It's more scarier for them. When 2 or 3 are gathered, he's in the mix.
Right.
Right? So it's more scarier when they see us gathered together and we're all standing firm for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh.
Right.
Right? So
They've done us to cold when they see the prophet standing out there.
yeah, but at the same time, when you're on your own, I'm not saying you can't speak of Yahweh, you know what I mean? But I tend not to go too deep with breakdowns, and I want it to be done with 2 or 3 are gathered.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
Understand? Because I need a witness. We need witnesses, man. And you can't just say certain things about your witness. So my brothers, we understand, we read the scripture together, we witness what it says.
I watched the video.
You know what I mean? Like we can say, look, we can't be with the damn heathens, man. He's my witness. He knows that he can't be with the heathen. We can judge this guy now, man. And that's right. That's going to be remembered in the heavens, man. Because it's done in order.
He's sinning, right?
But that's done in order. You understand? You can't be out of order. I just want to get to the point, get him done, get the judgment, get the committee's ticket. We're dishing out tickets, man. Saying boom, he's got that, it's on his head, he has to repent, or that ticket's gonna get cashed in.
It's going to expire soon.
Yeah, and the ticket's going to expire date, man. It's rounding up. It's going to get more and more costly, man, in the end days, because wisdom shall be hard to find. It says in the end days, it's going to be hard to find the prophets, man. Where were those guys that were reading? I wanted to join them, man, but I was waiting till next month when my wife, you know what I mean, said it was okay. Nah. I got a job, it's paying me well. I wanted to save up enough money, then I kind of come back out. No, you were just breaking the Sabbath out, so you knew better. Once I can just talk you out and say, no, you don't need those guys. They don't need you. When we was out here looking for them. You understand? That's how deep it gets, man. Alright, go on, read that, bro. Finish it, man.
Yeah, I got 28 and 8.
Yeah, go.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8.
Yeah.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophets of old prophesied both against many countries and against many kingdoms.
Alright.
Of war,
Of what?
of war and of evil and of pestilence.
So there, man. Prophets have always prophesied against places, man. So, bro, you're gonna get into them fights. You're always gonna say, though, this place is damn wicked. Gonna get trampled down. You got that spirit on you, bro. These people want this world to live on. They've got mortgages here. They don't want you to be saying this Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai stuff. Saying the Most High is gonna destroy them. The Most High is gonna destroy their nice penthouse.
They read the Bible and they know what's
and they got their nice damn car and their damn. We got their beef shops. The Most High is gonna burn their beef. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that, man.
prophecy. What can you do?
But what? Yeah,
That's it.
It's coming.
And it's going to fulfill, and they know it.
And you can turn it back.
And that's one of the reasons why they try to keep the stand, particularly black men.
So yeah, these prophecies can come into pass, and there's nothing they can do, man. You can turn them back. Alright? Is there anything else, bro?
No, listen, I'm going to ask to go. And where you guys, you here next week?
Numbers 23. Yeah, we're here.
You're here next week?
We're here.
I did listen to watch the video fucking hard, and that was strong because you have two camps up there, and basically what you were saying is, I mean, so straight.
Yeah, man. Hey,
And I heard Creflo Dollar, he's saying now that he's admitting that he shouldn't be taking tights. Did you read that? Did you see that in the news?
That's great. That's great, man.
It's on YouTube.
But he's taken too many dollars already.
Oh yeah, 65 million with his jet.
His name's got dollar in it, and now he wants to try and give it back.
I don't know. I mean, what he was saying was like, you're not getting no money back. You're getting nothing back.
Retired.
I mean, it's all done, man.
This
That's
is
wrong.
the book of Numbers, chapter 23, verse 18.
Yeah.
And he took up his parable and said, Rise up, Balak, and hear, hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor.
Yeah, man. So that's what we're saying, man. Wake up, Jacob, man. Rise up and listen. This is what Moses was saying, bro.
Power is not a man that he should lie.
Yeah, man. The Most High is not a man to lie. He says he's gonna bring this place to troubles. He's gonna make the Jacob a fire, and he's gonna make all the Israelites rise up with wings, run and not faint, change in the twinkling of an eye. Yahweh Shai the same today, yesterday, and in the end, man. He's not gonna be the guy that he's gonna lie, man. Alright, go on.
Neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
Alright, go on.
Have he said, and shall he not do it? Or have he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Yeah, man. Whatever he says is gonna come to pass. Don't ever try and disrespect the vibrations of Yahweh Shai.
Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he hath blessed, and I cannot reverse it.
Go on.
He have not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither have he seen perverseness in Israel. Yahweh, his power is with him, and the shout of a king is among them.
Exactly, man. The Most High is with them, and Yahweh Shai is amongst the Israelites, man. And he's shouting and screaming, "Calm Yisrael, man."
Right. Power brought them out of Egypt. He have it, as it were, the strength of an unicorn.
Exactly, man. The Most High brought them out of Sodom and Egypt, out of Babylon, man, and took them like a cluster of the grapes. and sieve them out. Alright, like corn is sifted in a sieve, man. And he's got who he's wanted, and they're trampling it down, and they're patiently waiting because they got their necks on their wicked, man. And the blood's up to the horse's bridle, then they're washing their feet in the blood of their enemies, man. And they're seeing the destruction because they prayed to the Father, let me see the destruction of my enemies, man. Alright,
I'll see you next week when I've got more time, yeah?
Hey, yo, shalom.
23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel.
Right. No weapon formed against Israel shall prosper, man. No witchcraft or no magic.
According to this time it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what have power wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion.
The people shall what?
Rise up as a great lion.
The people shall rise up as a great lion, man. Alright, like on fire, man. That's what's coming for this place, man. The people of Israel rising up and destroying the Babylon, man. Go on, bro.
And lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey and drink the blood of the slain.
Yeah, man, he's not going to lie down until the blood of the slain is everywhere and they're washing their feet in the blood of the wicked, man. That's why Israel's going to be moving. Israel ain't a joke thing, man. Israel is very serious out here. Go me Leviticus, go 26 and 40. Leviticus 26 and 40, and get me Zechariah. Chapter 10 and 5. Have you read this?
The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 40. If they shall confess the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass, which they trespass against me, and that also they have walked contrary to me, and that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies, of their uncircumcised, if their uncircumcised hearts be humble, and they accept of the punishment of their iniquity, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac.
So you got to remember your iniquities and ask for forgiveness, man. That's when you'll be remembered, man. You can't hold on to this proudness, Israelites, man, and not to know that we've done wrong. To us to be on the bottom of this food chain, man. All nations to be above us, selling us the goods that we want to buy from them. We want to buy from our own community. We want the off licenses. We want the corner stores. We want the they're selling our music to our people. When it's our music, we should be able to own the record labels and the distributions. But no, they want everything from us and they suck us like vipers. Alright? Here you go.
And also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land.
So let's go to the covenant of Abraham. Let's see if everyone fulfills the covenant that was given to Abraham. Because Abraham was told that his seed are going to go through some conditions.
Right.
Go to Genesis chapter 15. And go to verse 13. Let's find out the covenant of Abraham. Are you holding on to the Leviticus? Alright, go on. Someone go to it.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 15
verse 13.
And 13. And he said unto Abram, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
So yeah, who is a stranger that's in a land that don't belong unto them? The so-called blacks, man. Everywhere we go, where's your land? Now people will think, oh, we come from West Africa. That's a lie, man. We're the Israelites, man. We come from Israel. We come from Jerusalem, man. Now we've been going around in strangers' lands for the longest time, man. We've not been out to our own home. We're damn slaves in everyone's home, man, in everyone's lands, man. But when the Most High says he's going to gather us and deliver us back to the land of milk and honey, man, back to our own home, and they're not going to remember who we are, man. Like, these are the children of God, man. These are the best on the earth, man. These ones that they call niggers, and they call kafars, that they call all sorts of derogative words, spics and gollywogs. Alright? And they're gonna, most I say, they're gonna rise up and they're gonna know that they are the ones. They're gonna learn from us how to praise the Most High. And we're like, yo, them guy that pull up on Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai. And they're gonna fear the name. They're gonna fear the Most High's name, Yahweh, from all around the world. Because when we destroy the enemy, it says we're gonna call upon his name. That's right. They say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, and destroy the enemy. Right. So when they hear the Most High's name, they're gonna be shitting us. One sec, let me just get that. Give me Jeremiah. Give me Isaiah chapter 59. Alright, hold them to you guys. I need an Isaiah 59. Hold on. Isaiah 59. Yeah. Because there's a promise for Abraham, man. And the promise for Abraham is that they're all gonna know the name, man. Isaiah 59 and verse 19.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
Yeah, man, they're going to fear the name of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Because that's what the tabernacle of David's going to run around saying, man. All praises to Yahweh. Call out Yahweh. Bam. Call out Yahweh. Bam. They're like, yo, then they say, when they hear the Yahweh, man, they don't want to hear that name, man. They're going to be pissed off, man. Go on, there shall they fear. Go and read that again.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
Go on.
When the enemy shall come like a flood.
The enemy's going to pour in on the elect like a flood. And they're going to do nothing, man. That's not enough. You didn't have enough tanks. You didn't have enough nukes. You didn't have enough guns. It's not going to work against the men of the Lord. The men of Yahweh. Read.
The Spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them.
The Most High is going to lift up a standard against them. He's going to rise up and do by how? By his people. Alright? Go on.
And the Redeemer shall come to Zion.
Alright?
And unto them shall turn from transgression in Jacob.
Yeah, so there's going to be a transition in Israel. Alright? Yeah, go on. What do you want to say? Yeah, what was you going to say? Did you hear what that was saying though?
Yeah, I said it.
What was it saying?
I got carried away.
Oh, madness. Yeah, well, it's saying that the Most High, everyone's going to fear his real name. And when the Most High is going to rise up these people, and they're going to judge the Gentiles and the nations, and you're going to find out his name. And it's going to be terrible. You're going to be scared when you hear it.
Oh, wait.
No, that wasn't his name. His name is dreadful to the heathens, so you wouldn't even know it. Give me that in Zechariah 1:8. What was your question?
Well, I've dealt with you guys in New York before.
Is it New York? Yeah. You guys, so you're meaning like
Like the black
Israelites, yeah? We're not black, innit?
That's what they call themselves. They say black Israel.
I'm not black. I'm not black.
That's what they call themselves over there.
Well, what are you? Are you white?
Nah, I wouldn't say black.
Yeah, so what? I'm not
No,
black.
I'm saying what they call themselves.
Yeah,
They
well,
say
I'm not black, innit? Obvious, I'm not black. White is a colour, their hat's white.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're not white. So what? There's no white people.
No. I'm saying that.
There's no black people. That's mad. You know
That's
what I
what the
mean?
New Yorkers say.
Well, where are you? Where are you? What's your nationality?
Middle East.
What's your nationality? Where's Middle West?
West.
So what's Middle West? Where's Middle North? Where's Middle Southern? So how are you Middle Eastern? There's no such thing.
That's what the white man does.
But there's no white man. There's no such white man. There's not white. Look, they're not white. They're pink. Or like they're
same
creamy.
shit.
And you're like creamy, innit? You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about colours, man. We're not
I'm just generalizing.
They're generalizing. You're not Middle Eastern, man. Like, there's no Middle Western. That's not general. That's what I'm saying. So where are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Cyprus.
You're Cypriot, man. Then just say that, man. All right. So you'll be called. So Cypriot people, they'll be called Kittim.
Yeah, but I'm
In the Bible, you're called Kittim. All right. That's your nation. That's the name of your nation. You see it? On the bottom. Kittim.
What about? You lot don't like him, innit?
Huh?
You lot don't like him.
We don't like anyone that's not from the Israelites.
Right. Who's from Israelites from you lot? Dominicans, Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, how we say it? Say that again?
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, right?
Yeah, the ones that fit the conditions. Read that Genesis Genesis 15.
One's like
Genesis 15:13. These are the Israelites. Got Abraham's children. Go on, read.
This is Genesis 15 and verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.
So who are people that are in slavery in lands that don't belong to them? The Puerto Ricans, Colombians, Seminole Indians, Native Americans, Negroes, all right, the ones that fit like going into ships and that, right? Go on.
That thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
How many years?
400
So
years.
who's been in 400 years of affliction? 400 years of hardcore mad slavery, gunned down in the streets, sent into the police officers, having to go to Middle Easterns to go to the internet cafes and the damn off licenses to buy everything from you guys. You guys driving your nice big Ranges around. You know what I mean? But no, it's your uncles or whatever, innit? I don't know. But you guys have made it, man. You're up, man. Live it up, man. Live up the high life, man. Go to the gym, go to your Kittim, Cypriot Islands. Yeah, man. You Greeks, man. You guys have got it up, man.
I'm not Greek.
Well, you're Cypriot, man. You're the same thing, man. Greek, Cypriot, Greek. You're the same, man. Live it up. This is your place to live it up.
Set my place.
This is your place, man. This is your whole place. You've got the chance to live it up right now.
Where you from?
We're from Jerusalem. We're Nazareth and Bethlehem. And
I'm neighbours.
by the banks of Jordan, by the rivers of Jordan and Judea. That's where we're from. Alright? We remember ourselves. I'm walking us up to Deuteronomy chapter 30. Alright? What are you looking for? Still looking for that? The dreadful, yeah, get that. So you wanted to know the name of the Most High, man.
You say that we're living good, but I'm from a third world country. You're from
No, you're not. You're living it up, man.
I was born.
You're living your highlights, man. You're living your best life.
I lived 15 years in a third world country. You've been living
Give me that. Give me this for that.
You're a sea struggle.
Alright. And it says the name shall be dreadful.
Give me proof that my people did slavery. The New Yorker started talking about some white people did slavery.
No, good. There it is. Malachi, chapter 1 and 14. Alright? So there, the most High says, right? You're going to fear the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. When the Most High tramples down on your wicked kingdom, we're going to give him all the praises, man. Like how David did. David was out there. We read that, right? Is that right? He went out there and he trampled people down and he called upon the name, alright? So you've forgotten the name.
What are you reading from? I need to know the source.
Malachi. We're reading from the book of Malachi.
This is the book of Malachi chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
But cursed be the deceiver,
Alright? Go on.
which had in his flock a male and a fowl.
So look, Kittim are deceivers. Cursed be the deceiver, that the Kittim, the people of the Cypriot people. Alright, read? The Middle Easterns.
And sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing.
So you sacrifice corrupt things. Like, what's your God? Who is your God? Yeah, who is your God? Allah. Alright? Now what does Allah mean?
That's his name.
But that's not his name.
99 names.
Is he the God of Abraham, Isaac? He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, yeah? Huh? And Jacob.
Abraham, Moses.
Abraham, okay, so yeah. So now look, the God of Abraham, alright, he's got a name. The God of Abraham, Isaac, it's not Allah. It's not.
Where is it?
Read it, I'll show you.
For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts. My name is dreadful among the
His
heathens.
name is what?
My name is dreadful among the
That's
heathens.
why you think it's Allah. Because the heathens, I mean, if you're not from the famous tribe, the best one, the Israelites, you won't have the power to even like know the name. It's dreadful to you. Because it's going to be said, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, when we slay them, Shalak Rai Kittim, man. Anashium, Abadium, Haragium, Mashapatium, Al-Kal Adawamium, Wakawayim, Wa Kittim. Baba Kasha. Tawala. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Tawala. Ayabyam Nawa. So that's what we're gonna speak this language, right? and they're gonna be scared. You'll be like, what? What did they just say, fam? They're talking and they're not. We don't understand them. That's what they don't like. When we talk our own language, and then they don't. They're like, what did it? You're thinking, what the fuck did they say? They say Shalak Rayam, Shalak Ash. Right? Ashan, Kittim. Right? Taba'a, Kittim. Taba'a, Shamay. And you're gonna be like, what? Do you know what I just said? You know what I said, innit?
Talking about Cyprus.
We said Kittim, so you know we're talking about Cyrus. Yeah, Cyrus.
What language is that?
It's the pure language. It's a pure holy tongue. Right? It's a holy spiritual tongue, and you're gonna have to remember it, because you're gonna be. That's what your masters are gonna be telling you. You got masters. Yeah, you're gonna have masters. Give me a second. Give me Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 11.
The book that you follow is...
Give me Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Bring them out, bro. No, first Maccabees.
Are you going to follow a book that says...
First Maccabees. Read that. Listen. We're going to answer your question. Read it.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Yeah? Read it.
What nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
So what nation has not had a part on raping, pillaging God's chosen Israelites, man?
Right.
Every nation, man. Especially Kittim, man. Remember Cyprus?
A nation that follows...
The Cypriot people, ain't they the damn Alexandria? Alexandria had his hands on the gold, man.
Oh, if you're going to say that in the whole...
Alexandria was a damn faggot, man.
Ancient Egypt.
And you damn, in Alexandria, your ancestor. He is, man. He's the Cypriot people,
Arabs are my ancestors.
Arabs are Ishmael, man.
But I'm that.
So then you're Ishmaelite. Or Ishmael are going to be destroyed then?
Pagan Arabs had slaves. Pagan.
Yeah, pagan Arabs had like 360 gods. I think before you had your Quran, you had 360 gods.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had gods for every day of you had a new god to praise. So then then you took up, then you stole.
You guys believe in Adam and Eve, innit?
You basically stole our
related.
covenant.
We're
You
related.
didn't steal our covenant. You tried to adopt
Yeah, but if
our
you
lifestyle.
if you believe in Adam and Eve, then
Why do you want
related.
to? Why do you want to steal another man's
I don't steal no one's land.
riches, man,
I don't
or
do
inheritance, man?
Just said it.
I see you with your trainers. I'm not gonna kick you down, take your trainers off, and say they're my trainers now, and you gotta walk home with no shoes. Leave a man's shoes, man. I don't fit in your shoes. You will never fit in our shoes. Your feet ain't gonna. Your ancestors, man. They stole our shoes, man.
I do shit.
And they didn't fit in them. They weren't their size, man. Exactly.
Once Islam came about, they
Exactly, man. You bow down to stones, man. You threw away all the other idols and you kept the stone. The pussy stone, man. The pum-pum stone, man. In the shape of a pum-pum. And you put a big black brick around your pum-pum stone. And then you run around it, and then you go to the middle of the stone, and then you kiss it. You start kissing the stone, and you think in the hadith it's going to give you blessings, and you get boys with pearls, and you get 70 virgins, and then they feed you wine around the ring, and you get little boys with pearls on, and then have you read them? Have you read it? Have you read the hadith? I'm telling you, I've had a poke in the hadiths, and it says that little boys are going to feed them wine with pearls around their neck. And they got white pearls. You see, he knows it.
That's whitewash.
Alright, he
That's
knows
a
it.
whitewash Islam.
Nah, man, that's certain ideas, man. Like your masters, man.
That's whitewash.
Will tell you, man. Your masters will tell you. And you know what I noticed?
How come through the?
No, I noticed. Why do you guys wear dresses? Why do you guys wear dresses? Why do you wear dresses, man?
You don't wear dresses.
You wear women's clothes, man.
What's that? That's a dress.
No, this is not a dress. It's an apron, man. Hey, yo, anyway, Moses wore this, man. Musa, peace be upon him, man.
Moses wore a robe too.
Well, Moses didn't wear no dress. Oh my gosh, Moses never wore a skirt or a dress. And they wear them dresses, man. That's against the commandments, man.
That's the slave trade route, innit?
Listen, you don't understand.
That's the slave
what
trade
it is,
route, innit?
what it is, you don't understand.
Why comes this missing East Africa?
Because East Africa wasn't enslaved.
It wasn't enslaved.
By who? You're lying, man. You're lying.
Middle East got their slave
Read that again.
See,
read that again. Listen.
Maccabees 2
No,
and
but
verse 10.
listen, go on.
What nation have not had a part of her kingdom?
And the kingdom before was Babylon. They've already had a part of us. The Ethiopians had a time of us. the Egyptians had a time with us. Remember, Israelites we were slaves in Egypt. We were slaves in Babylon. David, Meshach, Shadrach, Abednego. Jeremiah was slave by the Syrians, Medo-Persia. All right. So Medo-Persia had their time. Who else had the time? And Alexandria had his time, man. All right. Now you got the Romans, the Caesars had their time, and now you got today, Babylon, man. They got the MI5 and the MI6 and the FBI, the CIA. They've got their time ruling right now, man. Everyone has had their part. Go on, read that again.
First Maccabees 2 verse 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom?
What nation has not had a touch of the saints, man, of enslaving us, man?
And gotten of her spoils.
And gotten of her spoils, man. They've spoiled us. Everyone's gone into Israel and said Middle East, it belongs to us. And taken our homelands, man. The Palestinians had it. The Canaanites had it. The Edomites have had it. Everyone's had a little touch of it, man. Alright? Palestinians were not always in Israel. That's a mad thing. That's a mad thing. The Israelites were in Israel. Man, dumbass. How can you say the Palestinians had Israel? And it's Israel's land. The Palestinians are in the wrong place then, innit? They owe rent money, man. They're overdue rent, man. Alright? Rent's overdue.
Have you ever been to the Middle East?
Well, where's the Middle South? Serious, where's the Middle South,
We're
man?
just talking about the white man's words away.
Where's the Middle South, man?
According to the white man's...
Hey, big man, have you heard of the Middle North? See? He's mad. He's like, well, I can't even answer that
See,
question.
this is what it is with you lot.
Because you lot are dumb. You lot are saying there's a Middle East. Where's the Middle South, man? You're speaking nonsense, that's why.
I'm talking... Like,
Nonsense. You're talking lies, man.
He's talking lies.
Because on the compass, there's north, there's east, there's south, there's west,
you look like
man.
one of our...
So if there's Middle East, where's the Middle South, where's the Middle West? And that's nonsense, man. So have you got it though, innit? Have you got the understanding?
No, it doesn't make sense.
Read it. Jeremiah 30 and 16.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30 and verse 16.
Go on.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Go on. What?
All they that devour thee shall be devoured.
This guy's nation, they devoured us, man. Go
And
on.
all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
So yeah, you, the Kittimites, they're going into slavery, the Cypriot people.
And
Alright?
they that spoil thee shall be for a spoil.
And they shall what?
And they that spoil thee shall be for a spoil.
So your nation, they spoiled us.
And all that preyed upon thee
Your nation preyed upon us.
will I give for a prey.
You're gonna be a prey now. We're gonna hunt you down like predators.
When?
Have you seen the film Predator? Have you seen it? Yeah, we're gonna hunt you down like predators.
When's all these prophecies?
Is that when? Is that when is it gonna happen? Because you know it's coming.
Okay, it's coming. When?
You know it's coming.
When is it?
Look, we're being patient. Because we want it to come soon. Yes, please, alright. Yes, peace and love. But yeah, man, it's coming, man.
Man said I look like his people.
You look like he's got what a blasphemy.
And you got hair like this.
That's blasphemy.
Breathing. No, not the thin man. Don't worry.
Bro, you're blasphemy to say he looks like you, man. That's crazy. He don't think he's Middle Eastern. He knows who he is. The problem is, you never knew who he was. You found out today that you're Kittim.
I knew that.
You knew. So we don't know. But we don't know who we are as a nation, as a people. So that's why we're out here as spokesmen, as servants, to remind our people who they are. You understand? Because you know who you are, right?
Okay, you worship a God that's going to punish people for the way they're born.
Yeah, for the way we were born, chosen and special, under the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Are you listening? Focus.
Yeah.
We are chosen because why? Abraham's seed line, it said that they will be afflicted for 400 years and serve a people in a lands they don't own. Now we are that people, Israel. Palestine shouldn't be there. Israelis shouldn't be there. The Most High is going to destroy them in that land and bring us back to our homeland. Deuteronomy 30. And for you to know when, it's not for you. Why is someone going to come in and slap you and tell you when they're going to rob you, man? A robber's not going to come in your house and say, I'm coming at 10, make sure you got the door open. You're going to just come when you least expect it. Alright? To destroy Babylon, man. To destroy Sodomites, man. All Sodomites have to be destroyed, man.
Respect, Daddy.
Alright? fire
say-
and brimstone upon Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
Yeah, but can I say one?
Right?
Can
It
I?
has to be destroyed because of what you guys.
Can I
have
say
done.
something?
You guys have allowed. Look, she's a demon. Look, she's a
No,
devil.
but you
man.
can't say that. They're good people. You lot are supporting
Yo,
racism.
yo, nonsense, man. We don't need to hear it, man.
A blood clot racism, yeah, I support, Richard. Yeah? I mean, Allah and Rastafari. That's what we do. We peace and love. Stop supporting
Anyway,
racism.
listen. Have you got that understanding right now?
A blood clot.
Your people have to be destroyed for what they've done.
Right.
There's no there's no forgetting what you've done. There's no jumping over it and trying to think about something. Oh, let's just more focus on these guys. Let's focus on the white man or the Russians. No, we're focusing on all the ones that have had, every one of them that has had us in captivity. So you're not,
Just give me one instance where the Arabs had, of the Islam came that they had.
But listen. You need to say you're Arab. Even Arabs, man. Even Arabs, they're not meant to look like this colour. The Arabs in the beginning, they were black, they were dark.
Are you talking about ancient Egyptians?
Nah, I'm talking about Arabs. Look, you see, look. One guy's got the thing on. Yeah? One guy's got the thing on. And the woman's got the same as the woman, man. So, you good, yeah? Yeah, man. Remember us from Trinity, man. Come on.
Yeah, obviously, but I know you guys.
You know, man. You know me, man.
We grew up together. Obviously, I see the feds that day.
Yeah, the feds, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not having
Yeah,
that.
no.
I'm a brother.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, man. He's back in his team. He's back in his team. He's coming calm a bit though. Just the little reason is. But we know, say that obviously. So you're Arab, yeah, and you're Somali. So look, that's a religion, right? Because the Arabs, Ishmael comes under a nation of Abraham and Ishmael. So they're a nation. Now, Somali, they come under Hamites. They don't come under Tibetan for the Shemites. So we're not all like the same nation. We're not all the same. Everyone's got their different nationalities. All right. So now he will come under the Phutites. The Phutites are the ones that are coming out of this part of Africa. Understand? See it? It's North Africa, South Africa, Canaanites, Phutites. You know what I'm saying? That's the lands that they was living in.
Yeah, no, but we're more like these guys. You get me?
We're not Phutites.
You go to Somalia right now, yeah?
You got a lot.
Actually see
Okay, you can.
the writings
Of course.
the caves.
But it was all called Push at a time.
Yeah.
But the people of Cook, yeah, they dwelled more in North Africa. So your history of the Phutites, Somalia lived in like Mitzrayim. We lived there in the Egyptian. You know, more. But no way, it's a little history
You
lesson.
gave me a side now,
But-
I'm going to check it. I like that.
Yeah. But at the same time, wearing a dress, man. Now we're not allowed to wear dresses. Huh? Say it to his face. He knows he's wearing a dress, man. I ain't got to tell him. Come on, when you put on a dress, I ain't got to tell you wearing a dress. Like me telling you put on shorts, you're wearing shorts. You put on a hat, you're wearing a hat. That's mad, man. We know what a dress looks like, man. You understand? That's just how it goes, man. Come on, man, right? He said this is a dress. No, this looks like an apron. Because it looks like an apron, fam.
I wouldn't even say that.
So look, you know what dresses look like. He's wearing a dress, man. Moses says we're not allowed to wear dresses. Should we show you that?
What about Abraham?
Should we show you that? Abraham, Moses, they're not allowed to wear those women clothes because that's abomination.
Go to the first page.
What religion are you? Master. Eid Mubarak, brother.
Alright, Deuteronomy 28 and 22 and 5. Look, listen to this. Look.
You know what makes
This
me
is the
laugh?
book of Deuteronomy chapter 22
upon
and verse
England.
5.
Yeah.
The women should
My
not wear
friend,
which
we're Indian
pertaineth
background.
unto a
Are you
man.
listening?
I'm telling you, I'm
Moses, right?
Muslim, yeah? My dad is a president.
Hey yo, who wrote this book, man? Give me
I'm
that.
telling you,
Give
and
me
when I see this item,
Deuteronomy.
it make me laugh because you see, ask them their surname. Their blood clot could have got slave blood clot, why their name? Saying they need to go back to Africa. Like me, I'm from India. England is a Babylon system. You can't explain.
Hey yo, racist.
And then man, there's Muslim
You're
like
racist,
me.
man. You're telling
I'm
me go back
racist.
to Africa.
I'm not racist.
I'm not Africa.
But they,
I'm not Africa. You're racist, man. For you to tell me to go to Africa, you're racist.
but why are you in England preaching?
Because
And this
the
is white
The Most High says he's going to deliver us from wherever we are, man. Wherever
Sorry
we go,
for
he's
saying that.
going to deliver us. Go on, let's read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22.
Respect
Oh, do you want to get that one first?
Because they're channeling God's word.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
So we can't
The women should not wear which pertaineth unto a
Hey,
man,
listen, the women shall not wear which pertaineth unto men,
neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
and men can't put on women's clothes.
For all that do so are an abomination
But
unto
you
the
do.
Lord thy God.
But you do. You're wearing a dress. That's women's clothes. It is.
What's the argument?
There's no argument.
There's no argument. You cannot argue
there's nothing wrong with that.
with Moses. You cannot argue with
He's
what
talking
Moses
about the short dress.
But you got an argument with what he's wearing. There's no argument.
No argument.
1 verse 1.
It's going to be 1 verse 1. Read, bro.
This be the words, these be the words
But
which
that's-
Moses
that's,
spake
that's
unto all Israel.
So these are the words
Yeah,
that
we read
Moses
it.
spake to all Israel, man. And there's no arguing with this word. It's thus
This
saith
is
this
different.
word, and
Listen,
it's
you
fine.
can never explain to you.
Alright? Don't wear dresses. Alright?
let me tell you
All those that are ignorant and they're following that doctrine of madness and praising stone and bowing to stones, stop wearing dresses and bowing to stones.
But you know the fact is,
You can't eat camels as well. La'agamal. La'agamal. No camel eating, man. Because the Quran, it talks about eating a lot of camels, man. And camel piss and stuff, man. You're not allowed to deal with camel piss and cows and camels, man. You can have cows, but no camels, man. Leave the camels alone. That's haram. Moses says, don't touch the camels, man. Alright? That's why we say that book is crazy, man. Them Arabians, them camel eating Arabians, be speaking some madness, man.
what you Jewish?
Moses, look at me, don't eat the camels, man. Because this is what Muslims have a problem with, man. They wear women's clothes, they bow down to stones, and they don't eat camels, man. And there's many flaws in their doctrine, man. Where Moses and David, the Messiah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, they would never wear women's clothes, eat camels, and bow to stones, man. That's abominable stuff, man. That's why they mix their idol worshipping with our religion of one God, man.
And I respect that.
They mix them ways, man. No way does the Most High come to Ishmael, man. He went to Isaac and Jacob.
Massive.
He never went with the Ishmaelites or the Indians, man, or the Elam.
Yeah.
Elam is going to be destroyed.
You know what? You know
Look,
what?
look, what's India's name? They need to learn their biblical names.
Hang on a
Look,
minute.
look, what's India called? What's India called? Elam. Not damn Jamaica. Blood clot.
How come?
Elam is bud ding ding and
Yeah.
dong, dong,
So how
dong,
come
and
you bud ding ding?
That's a bud ding ding,
You
man.
see this brother here? He will never have
That's a
clue.
299.
You're
Yo,
two-
give me my
you're-
penny. When is
Yeah.
my 1p?
Why? So when you go and see
One
your
P,
blood
one
clot
P.
doctor,
Anything.
and
Hurry up and buy.
you see you
Hurry up
Negro.
and buy.
Yeah, I'm Guyanese, your blood clot.
You
Yeah,
know,
you see you
fuck,
Negro.
fuck.
That's why it's
Listen,
gonna
listen to
be
this.
Indian and black people, two different blood clots.
Read this,
Sit
bro.
up.
No,
You see,
no,
that's
read.
why there's Indian doctors.
The argument.
You're fucked.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 1. The Lord spake,
Yeah.
the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, and unto Moses and unto Aaron,
So
saying,
the Lord spoke unto Moses and Aaron. Are you listening? All right, Musa, peace be upon him. The Lord spoke unto Moses. Go on.
and to Aaron,
And
saying,
unto Aaron saying,
speak unto the children of Israel,
speak
saying,
unto the children of Ishmael.
speak unto the children of Israel.
So look, Moses spoke to the children of Israel, man. He did not speak to Ishmael and Arabians, man.
saying,
Alright, saying what?
These are the beasts which ye shall eat among the beasts that are on the earth.
All right, we was told, and it says, don't eat the camel. Go read that.
Alright, verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew of the cud, or of them that are divided of the hoof. Divided of the hoof. As the camel.
As the what?
As the camel.
So yeah, don't eat the damn camel. And a lot of Arabians, you know they eat the camel, don't they? So when Moses was told that we can't touch that, that's haram. There's no halal camels. You understand? That's why we see your book and we know we just have to burn that book, man. That book is against what Moses told us in the Torah. You understand? No. The same message. There's no private criminal.
Okay, but
There's no
errors
different
are in the
messages
Bible?
from any of the prophets.
How many
man.
errors are in the Bible?
There's no differences of any of the prophets, man.
Okay, but how many errors are in the Bible?
The prophets, when I read the beautiful prophets, they're all correlated and it's sounding harmonious, man. They're all saying destruction upon the wicked, man. Destruction upon anyone that is not Israel, man.
That's right.
All the prophets are Israelites. None of them are Ishmaelites. There's no prophet from any nation except Israel in this holy Bible. So stop disrespecting my ancestors, man. Understand? You're being very disrespectful to the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the children of the prophets, man. Stop disrespecting them.
This is the book of 2 Peter 1 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Knowing this verse,
Go on, knowing this verse.
that no prophecy of the scripture is of in any private interpretation.
There's not one prophet that says something privately and the other prophet says something else privately, and they're saying it and whispering and changing the doctrine. The whole doctrine is the same. Babylon will be destroyed, Israel's going to rise up on high, and they're going to know, the adversaries and the wicked, the heathens are going to know that they had their hands on God's chosen people.
That's right. Let them know.
And when they find out, they're going to know that they're going to fear the name of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
They're going to fear the name, bro. They're going to, oh, who said that? They said Yahweh.
Find me a fault.
And they're ducking, bro. Give me Amos chapter 9.
Find me a fault in my book, and then I'll find.
I already said 3, 4 books, man. You eat camels.
God created the greater light and the lesser light. One to rule over the day, one to rule over the night. That implies that the moon has its own light. Do you believe in that? It's in the Bible.
Anything you say, it's not holding any weight.
It is.
Alright, so the Arabs eat camels.
Yes, we do.
Are they Muslims?
Right.
Are they Muslims? Does Moses say that we can eat camels?
I don't know about that.
There you go, man. There's a flaw. We already saw a flaw.
That's not
because
a
it
flaw.
says it is, man. Do you know why? Do you know why we can't eat camels? You know why Moses says don't eat pork?
Your book has a lot of scientific.
Do you know that why Moses says don't eat pork?
The
Swine.
moon has its own light.
Are you listening? What's your name, man? Admir. Do you know why Moses says don't eat pork? Do you know why? Come on, I'm asking you the question. Do you know why?
It's bad.
It's bad.
It causes cancer. You eat it,
So do you know why he says don't eat camel? Because it's just the same attributes as pork. It's bad for you. It's very bad for you.
How is it bad for you?
Because it's got the same attributes as pork. Are you listening to what I'm saying?
But it don't.
But Moses said it does.
Right, it don't.
Who am I going to listen to? You or the Bible or Moses?
Listen to science.
Listen to science.
Islam goes.
Wow. Where does so the Quran says listen to science?
No, it don't.
So then why are you against your own Quran?
No, some say.
What does the Quran say? Listen to Allah, right?
No, truth.
The Quran says listen to Allah, right?
Obviously, yeah.
Is Allah the truth?
Yeah.
So then you listen to Allah, right?
Yeah.
So did Allah tell Moses don't eat camel?
I don't know about that.
Well, there you go, man. That's why you don't want to
I can't
listen to you,
speak.
man.
Speak
That's
about
why we're
something
not
that's
listening
not
to Ishmael and the Arabians, man. That's why we're listening to the Israelites.
God provided it for us to eat.
Well, did he provide pork for us to eat?
No, he didn't.
Did he provide camel for us to eat?
I think so, yeah.
Well, then, but no, he didn't.
He provided
That's why we're not going to listen to you. Because look, you're flawed. That's a big flaw already. So now we're done.
Is that
Now you don't know what Moses told the
he
Israelites.
created plants before he created the sun?
Hey, listen, look, you're done. Look, we're seeing so many of your dressy guys, man, here, man. They need to stop wearing the dresses, man. No women clothes are allowed, man. Only men's clothes for men wear, man. Like trousers, man. With zip foot and like all space. They're not gonna throw nothing.
Go suck over your gal.
They're not gonna throw nothing.
Because you love it insult. Go suck your gal.
Put on some men's
Go
clothes.
suck your gal.
Alright.
This is men's clothes, you pussy on.
No, it's
Pussy on. Only pussy on wear trousers. He's like a real warrior.
Only pussies
You're
wear
pussy
trousers.
on. You follow white man fashion. Shut up.
Yeah, follow black man language.
Fashion. White man fashion. You're pussy
Yeah,
on.
follow Jamaican language.
And all I know, I really pissed.
All I know, don't know how to speak.
Look at
Yeah,
dirty,
man.
man.
Done with your
I
thing.
want that your way. Your
Yes.
way, look a rub. Look a rub. Don't wipe your ass with
Look a
it.
camel eating,
We are
dress
men.
wearing,
We are men.
stone bowing.
We father. We father
It's
not
done,
children
man.
and we look after them.
Let's get Ishmael, man.
Go suck it, guy.
Give me Genesis, man.
Go suck it, guy.
Chapter 14, man. Hey, yo, let's learn about Ishmael, man.
Before I throw this in your face.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you talk. Well, I throw it in your face. I will embarrass you. And if you try anything, I will embarrass you some more.
Let's read about it.
We don't read the Bible.
15,
Afraid.
Genesis chapter
Fucking
15,
fraud.
about verse 13. And he said unto Abram, Know of surety
No for surety.
that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs.